The flag bearer of the new patriotic party in the 2012 election has reiterated its commitment to accept the election petition verdict whichever way it goes. Speaking at a flag-raising ceremony to commemorate the 21st anniversary of the party in Accra, the first petitioner in the case touted the NPP's contribution to Ghana's democracy, describing the Kufuor administration as the best in the Fourth Republic.
Formed in August 1992, the NPP survived 8 years in opposition until it gained power after the historic 2000 election and held on to power until the NDC took over reins of power in 2008. For Nana Addo, the 8 years under former President Kufuor was the best the country has seen.
And under the Fourth Republic, our second taste of power, under the leadership of our outstanding leader, John Ajay Kufuor, and I say this with respect to Dr. Ajay and the others, provided the best government that the Fourth Republic has witnessed in our country.
He added that having contributed so much to the country's democracy, the NPP will be the last to start violence.
It was our movement that fought against the idea of the one-party state and fought the idea of the life president. That even at the height of the Cold War, the principles that we have subscribed to were laid out clearly. Democracy, the rule of law, respect for human rights, the development of a market economy. Those are the principles that we have fought for, and they continue to be the principles that we fight for today.
The event was graced by very senior executives of the ruling NDC, including the chairman, Dr. Kwabena Adenta, who pledged on behalf of his party to accept the Supreme Court verdict on the election petition.
I've given promise to my dear brother Jake that we unite to make sure that peace prevails. Wherever the verdict goes, it's immaterial. We've been in opposition from time to time. We've been in government from time to time. So if we are in opposition or we are in government, so what?
Former President Kufuor shared some of the principles that helped his administration succeed.
Central principle and authority is that government should be an institution of service to better the conditions of life of all humanity, and especially the Ghanaian. And with this principle, I tell you, NPP will grow into eternity. So
Second Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Joe Gatti, highlighted some of the party's achievements in its 21 years of existence. 2 flags were raised, the national flag and the flag of the party, in the spirit of fostering national unity amongst the party faithfuls and the nation at large.
NDC Chairman Dr. Kwabena Adenta has added to calls for the country to consider review the winner-takes-all democratic culture in favor of power sharing. Speaking at the flag-raising ceremony to commemorate the 21st anniversary of the rival NPP at the party headquarters in Accra, the NDC chairman said the culture is at the heart of the tension that threatens the country's democracy, called on political parties to join hands in fighting against the winner-take-all system and opt for power sharing strength the unity and democracy in Ghana.
Dr. Kwabena Adenta asked all political parties to join hands to change the governance concept in order to strengthen the unity and democracy in Ghana.
I think that something that makes us insecure is the fact that usually the winner takes it all. Now, from now, don't let the winner take it all. Let us share. This country belongs to all of us. Government change. What I've seen is that no king lasts forever. The people will be fed up one day. So let us be patient.
The NPP's Deputy Communications Director, Yao Boabeng, is however not in favor of the proposal, arguing that the timing is wrong.
We are all working for Ghana. We are working for Ghana in opposition or otherwise. Where were these calls when we went to start the petition? How do we start calls like that 1 week to a decision? That is not an option the Constitution provides for. The Constitution we have says that you have a majoritarian government. You have an executive presidency who is elected on a 50+1. You also have a majoritarian parliament which works with the president. There are difficulties at local level. I would prefer that we compete all the way down to local level, where the parties can then engage, because the so-called winner-takes-all syndrome will be broken up. I don't think now is the time to say that anybody who is the victor in the upcoming election petition should consider sharing cabinet with other people. We are not structured for that.
Dr. Kwabneje earlier also called on leaders of all the political parties to leave a legacy of peace by planting a seed of peace in the grassroots supporters of their parties.
The Metropolitan Archbishop of Accra, Archbishop Gabriel Palmer Bako, says the two main parties in the election petition case, that is the NPP and the NDC, should come together to form a unity government to serve the rest of the 3-year term for the president. He says Ghanaians would be grateful to the parties if they are able to do this. He spoke in an interview with sister station Adom FM.
Ya masi ebe titi omanu enti se bibisa ebe ma omanu awa atitia na ye baya na ze yekoe na wo mumu enka se momyenye baako na afedi ye mu omanu se nia ese ne se ne fata ubisa mi ebe de se obi beka na so meka ene se enfie miensa akai ye wo unity government kra anke be yefe ye nyina na ye adwuma enti 2016 na afedi ya dwene ho say ye go back to party politics ka be yemde enti me mpa bo amebo ane say afanu no nyina omo nwene o man ni ye di ho na omo nka say ya hunahuna o man no dodo na ya ka bo ya pese ye som e ma o man ni ewie pe me gidi say Ghana fo nyina ye be da mo wase Mutu beka we kra ntema anka wan hwi kra otimwano baby bia nka enye na so sisi a e dia kọ otimwa fo no o so mobu asem na so ye ni aye paso bia no ma yenko ye mo mpae ma ye mo ye ho mode ma ye ni ye ho eni nkita ho ya nwini ye hwa e be ye ama o man no e na ye nyi enti media me wani da so pa mo ni da so kase Ghana yo man bia nyame ahiraye eya sumdwe man eya odom man na minim se Ghana so ye nyina ye firi busua ba se wo firi hirawo so firi asanti o so firi sremu so firi nkran o so firi nsima o ye nyina ye busua ba.
Political party communicators and media houses in the Upper East region have resolved to suspend commentary on radio for some days starting next week to ensure they avoid any comments that may spark violence in the aftermath of the election petition verdict. Upper East correspondent Albert Story has the rest of the story.
The agreement was made at a meeting called by the Upper East Regional Minister and his deputy at the Regional Coordinating Council. The purpose of the meeting was for the minister to discuss with political party communicators, media personnel and the Regional Security Council how to maintain peace in the Upper East region in the aftermath of the Supreme Court's verdict. Leaders of the various political party communication teams shared diverse views on how a peaceful atmosphere can be maintained in the region and pledged to urge their supporters to remain peaceful.
Security agencies are there to ensure that peace prevails. There are some people in the system within us. When there is a problem and they come to the security agencies and what they want is not given to them, then they brand the security agencies as belonging to another faction. I want to appeal to you that when you go back, talk to your people.
Alex Kwenu called on the political party communicators to be mindful of their comments on radio as they could easily incite the public to violence. He also urged them to support the police in the discharge of their duties.
If we agree that we are dedicating the whole week and make sure that we don't comment on anything about the listen, or we can even decide not to have any political discussions. Like the young man said, we can now say that we communicators from the various parties have decided that we are dedicating this week to talk about peace.
Upper East Regional Minister Alhaji Limuna Muhammad Muniru said the agreement not to do any political commentary on radio from next week till 3 days after the verdict is laudable, but needs the collaboration of everyone involved, especially the radio stations. The Regional Security Council was also urged to be on the alert and beef up security at the hotspots in the region on the day of the delivery of the verdict.
An election to confirm the renomination of the municipal chief executive of Adenta was called off on Thursday after the Electoral Commission's representatives abandoned process citing order from above. It comes on the back of previous attempt to kick out the MCE Kakra Vanle through a vote of no confidence.
14 out of the 19 assembly members were seated by 9:30 Thursday morning, waiting to cast their ballots to either reconfirm the municipal chief executive or reject her. The absence of the sitting MCE, who was to be reconfirmed, and the remaining 5 assembly members and the coordinating director for the municipality will not deter them. There were also anxious residents of the municipality eager to know the outcome of the vote. After 2 hours of waiting, the Electoral Commissioner eventually walks in and then walks out again with a promise to return in 30 minutes to conduct the process. He, however, did not show up again as promised. He later confirmed through a phone call that he could not return to continue with the process, citing orders from above. It was the confirmation the assembly members gathered needed.
We called the Electoral Commissioner and he told us that it's due to powers above the unseen.
I want to state it clear that we know it is the Deputy Regional Minister, Greater Accra Regional Minister, who is trying to frustrate everything because he is having interest here.
They, however, vowed they will continue to push for her removal, explaining that she has not helped the cause of the NDC and the constituency.
We are waiting. If they like, they can choose to come 100 times, and we are telling them that Kakra will not take it. We will still vote Kakra out, and I'm assuring you, we will vote Kakra out. If they bring her 100 times, we'll vote her out. We'll vote her 100 times.
I felt very, very embarrassed and bitter because we are here to confirm the president nominee. We respect the president. So whatever nomination he has come out with, we are here to confirm him, whether to vote for or to reject him. But now the nominee is here, here, and he's also telling people not to come to our meeting, because she knows she will lose.
The agitation against the MCE is not limited to the assembly. Some constituency executives of the NDC in Adenta have also been demanding her resignation. At the time of filing this report, she had declined requests to be interviewed on the matter. Etonamse, Joy News.
The 2013 Multi-TV Habitat Fair is set to commence tomorrow, August 23rd, with about 70 exhibitors ready to provide patrons with solutions to their housing needs. The fair will also host the Energy Commission, which is to educate the public on appropriate wiring and energy conservation method as a means of addressing the rampant fire outbreaks.
Preparations for the 4th edition of the fair are far advanced, with about 70 exhibitors setting up in readiness to showcase their products and services. It will feature major players such as home and construction financing companies, real estate developers, hardware suppliers, home decorations and furnishing firms, electrical goods and home appliance dealers. It is to provide more comprehensive solutions to meet the numerous challenges with housing. This year's edition is specially designed to educate patrons on energy conservation while offering them a one-stop shopping opportunity.
The inclusion of Energy Commission is so special to us. You know, Energy Commission this came on board this year and want to educate the public with respect to energy consumption. I mean, people buy home appliances which does not have the required label for the Ghanaian tropical condition. I mean, they get someone will purchase a refrigerator somewhere and bring it to Ghana and they will use it. This time they are giving you advice on which type of electrical appliances you need to use whilst you are in Ghana. I mean, where you should purchase the required labeling, and also they are giving us education on house wiring.
Exhibitors are highly enthusiastic about the fair and plan to give away special packages for customers.
We'll educate them on how to treat their windows. After the application, we'll give them ideas to how to prevent the films from fading and stuff like that. And also, we will give a discount to those who patronize our service after the fair. So it's important they must come to the fair.
And when they come tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, they're going to see beautiful things here. And moreover, we're going to give discounts to the first 10 people who are going to come by our stand. Trust me.
I think as you can see from the back of my stand, the one we are setting up, you can see we are really bringing solutions to the door openings. We are bringing any kind of a lock, any kind of a door anybody would think of, and we expect people to come and see that there is technology in Ghana.
The Multi-TV Habitat Fair comes free for patrons and will end on the 25th of August.
And Habitat Fair begins today. But before I go a look again at the headlines, 2012 New Patriotic Party flag bearer reiterates his commitment to accept election petition verdict as the party celebrates 21 years of its establishment. Meanwhile, the chairman of the ruling NDC at the same event has added to calls for a scrubbing of the winner-takes-all democratic ideology. Assembly members in Adenta municipality vows to remove incumbent MCE as EC officials abandon a confirmation vote, citing orders from above. Up next is sports. Please stay.